Welcome to this tapping on releasing feelings of being misunderstood. Today we are going to go into this experience, how it feels in our bodies to be misunderstood or not heard, or that where we feel we're unable to communicate our wants and needs correctly, and then powerfully release this. And as we fully feel, process and release these feelings, this allows us to build self-confidence in speaking up for what it is we want, standing in our power, and that it's okay to have a voice and that we can ask for what we want in a way that feels good to us with clarity and intention. So hello, my name is Di Hill. I'm a transformational coach, energy release practitioner, and best-selling author of the book Authentic, Aligned and Abundant. The form of tapping I practice and teach is a very authentic form. It involves you really going into your true feelings and actually saying what you truly feel, so you can powerfully process and release these low vibe, negative emotions that are getting in the way of you living your best life. So today we're talking about feeling misunderstood. And these feelings crop up and they bubble up when the other person we are trying to communicate our feelings, needs or wants to either doesn't understand, refuses to understand, or misinterprets what we're trying to get across. Think about a time when somebody else just cannot see your point of view, or you're explaining something that makes complete sense to you, but maybe it's your boss, your partner, a friend, your child, or your mother. They just don't seem to get it. They just cannot compute what you're trying to say. And when this happens, it can feed into feelings of frustration, disappointment in others. It might even fuel feelings of anger that you feel and think that the other party just doesn't care or even considers what it is you're trying to say. And then this can make us feel potentially rejected, not good enough, inconsidered, unloved, not important, and in some way that we are not worthy to speak or communicate what it is we want. And of course, when we sit in this energy of feeling that we are unheard or ignored, this can create our own personal experience where we only see what we believe about ourselves. We might get in our own way, we start lacking confidence to be assertive, we might muddle up our words, or even feel confused about what it is we're trying to really say or truly ask for. This is so disempowering and keeps you feeling you do not have the power to confidently stand your ground, own your voice, and create the life you were born deserving and worthy of. But just like any other emotion, when you feel misunderstood, it's just an energy. It's not you. It's just an emotion you are currently experiencing. And if you allow yourself to let it be fully felt, processed and released, this energy will pass through, the path will become clear, you will gain more confidence and belief in yourself, so then you can accurately state your thoughts, ideas, feelings, wants and needs without fear of judgment, confusion, or feeling rejected or unheard by others. So this tapping is going to allow you to finally bring those feelings to the surface. And as always, before we start, I would like to invite you to be somewhere comfortable where you won't be disturbed and where you feel safe. Tapping is a very deep and transformative process, and I can assure you from the many years that I've been tapping, it is absolutely life transforming and it's very healing, and it can be extraordinary what comes up and shifts. And the key thing here is to trust the process and understand that when you're using tapping as a technique, you are unblocking stored, dormant, negative dwelling energy that needs to be released. Your current experience of feeling misunderstood is suppressing much deeper rooted feelings of feeling unheard, unloved, or possibly feeling unaccepted. But as we go into this, your entire energy center will shift and it will start to flow again in a really beautiful, stunning way. Now, if you're new to tapping, that's absolutely okay. So just listen along to the points which I'm going to state here. So we tap on the right hand side of our body, and it's different to traditional EFT in that we do not use the karate chop point on the hand. You're going to start tapping with moderate pressure on the middle part between your eyes on that eyebrow point. And you're just going to tap with your second and third finger about 7 to 8 times. After then, you're going to move to the side of your right eye and tap there 7 to 8 times. And then move under your eye and tap, under your nose, on your chin. And then on the right hand side, at the end of your clavicle, there's a little nook, there's a little nodule. Just start tapping there. Then you're going to tap on your rib cage where it's the most sensitive. So just feel up and down where it's the most sensitive. And you're going to tap there 7 to 8 times. And then you're going to come back to the top of your head, tap there 7 or 8 times, and then back around to where you started on the eyebrow point. And you're just going to keep going round the entire time until we've finished the tapping script. If you get stuck on one point, that's absolutely fine. It just shows there's more energy to shift. So just keep going around and just keep tapping with moderate pressure, like I said. Don't worry if you get stuck. It just shows there's more energy to get rid of. But try and just keep moving around as succinctly as you can. So before we get started, I'm going to invite you to feel very grounded. Lean into where you are, preferably sitting upright. Feel your feet on the floor, uncross your legs, and just close down your eyes so we can really get a sense of going within. And let's just do a couple of deep cleansing breaths. Take a nice deep inhale in and a deep exhale out. Let's do a couple more. Deep inhale in and exhale out. And let's just do one more. And now just allow your breath to return to its normal pattern. And with your eyes closed for the duration of the tapping, I want you to bring to the forefront of your mind whatever the situation or person that has created those feelings of being misunderstood. Whatever the memory or the experience is given you a feeling, it's familiar to you, a physical feeling in your body. Whatever the scenario is, where you've felt misunderstood or someone's being confused or it just doesn't understand what it is you're trying to get across. And just start to allow those uncomfortable feelings to come to the front of your mind. And with loving awareness, just notice where you might feel that in your body. Scan your body up and down and just focus your attention on where you feel it's most intense. Maybe it's across your chest, it might be in your stomach, across your shoulders, or in your throat. It can be absolutely anywhere. And just start focusing your attention on this space, allowing those feelings to permeate your body, even if it's really uncomfortable. Wherever your attention lands, these uncomfortable, unpleasant feelings of feeling misunderstood, not being able to get your point across. However that is, however unpleasant it is, just know that you are honouring your body and allowing yourself to feel this feeling that wants to be felt. And just drop into the feeling now, drop into your body. Allow this feeling to fill your attention. You're fully focused on it. And with love, just notice on a scale of 0 to 10 how intense that feeling is. 10 being the most intense and 0 not at all. And let's just take a nice deep calming breath in and exhale, focusing on those disempowering feelings and honouring the truth of how we really feel, so we can lower the intensity of the feeling and turn towards the positive. And I just want you to start tapping 7 to 8 times, reminding yourself emotions can get very high when you tap, but go with it. You are powerfully releasing some deep-rooted feelings that want to be heard and felt. So just start tapping on that eyebrow point and really lean into those misunderstood feelings and repeat after me, preferably out loud. And we're just going to go through the tapping points. What is wrong with me? Why can I never get my words out? Every time I talk, I never seem to get across what it is I really want to say. Every time I have an opinion or say what I think, I start to doubt myself and I cannot accurately say what I want. When I talk, everyone gets confused or doesn't understand. When I talk, people act like I'm talking nonsense or that my opinion doesn't matter. It makes me so mad. Why am I like this? Why do I feel I don't have the confidence to speak clearly or stand in my power? Why is it not safe for me to state how I feel? It really doesn't feel okay for me to ask for what I want and need. It really isn't okay for me to state what I need. And when I do, bad things happen. I get told no. I get judged. I get ridiculed. I get rejected. And just for a moment, I want you to stop tapping and access a memory of where you felt misunderstood or unheard as a child. Just ask your subconscious to bring to the forefront of your mind a memory where you felt misunderstood or what it is you said didn't matter. Maybe you just brushed away. Just let it unfold. Bring it to the forefront of your mind and again, just start tapping. Why didn't you listen to me? What about my point of view? Why can't you see my side of the story? I just wanted to have my say. Why is what I think not important? I'm sorry I don't get my words out properly, but I'm feeling scared. I'm scared of saying the wrong thing. I'm scared of stating my wants and needs. I'm not confident in explaining the situation. Why can't you listen to me? Why can't you accept me for who I am? That when I'm trying to tell you something, I need you to listen. It's so hard for me to feel safe, to be vocal and to be heard. It feels very unsafe to be heard and to have what I want. I feel not accepted. I feel ridiculous and I feel judged because you don't like it. It's not safe for me to express myself. It's not okay for me to speak up. You know what? I'll just shut up. No one listens anyway. It doesn't matter what I say anyway. It never lands. I'm just going to get ignored or judged anyway. Your ideas are in your head, so you'll never listen to me. Even if I was really clear, it would still be misinterpreted. I hate that I act so small. I hate that I let people treat me like this. I hate that my voice doesn't matter. I hate that what I say just gets pushed away or isn't heard. It feels so unfair. It's so unfair. Why can I not express myself fully? Why am I never heard? Why is it when I speak you don't listen? Why are my opinions, wants and needs never considered? I feel so frustrated that I'm not seen or understood. I'm just trying to explain how I feel, but no one ever listens. Why won't you listen to me? Please listen to me. I just want to be heard. I'm just so sick of this. What's the point of telling people what I want and why? Nobody listens anyway. I should have been clearer. If only I could have been more accurate, more decisive in how I come across, maybe more knowledgeable about what I was talking about. I'm just useless. I should have been more assertive. I never am. I'm never heard. I'm never heard. So I just want you to stop tapping. Just take a few deep breaths. Just with loving awareness, notice what came up. Maybe that some of that resonated deeply and maybe not so much in other areas, and that's okay. When we tap, we're just sending a vibration through a very specific energy meridian to see if there's any dwelling energy still stuck there. So some of it might have landed and some not. You could also pause this tapping and go really down a rabbit hole if it's a situation where you really felt unheard or misunderstood. You really want to say those true feelings as if that person was in front of you so you can really get it out. But for now, we're going to just do a short round on installing some positive thoughts and feelings around feeling heard and misunderstood and feeling understood. So this time, we're going to tap on the left-hand side of the body. So you start on the eyebrow point as before, and then we're just going to tap on the left-hand side. So when you're ready, take a couple of deep breaths, and with your second and third fingers, just start tapping on that eyebrow point and work around the left-hand side and repeat after me. I'm so sorry for treating myself this way. I'm sorry for the judgment and frustration I have towards myself, for when I've not felt heard or understood. I forgive myself for any times I've let emotions and feelings get in the way of communicating clearly what it is I want. I lovingly acknowledge why I allowed myself to act this way, but I'm open to changing and communicating in a way that does get my wants and needs met. I accept with loving awareness that when people don't hear me, it's from their own perceived judgment, opinions and ideas. That when they listen, they're not truly listening. They're already listening through their own perception. And that most people are like this. It's not okay, but I can be aware of it. When I speak with clarity, calmness, and with focus and intention. I remind myself that I am important and that what I'm saying is also important. I'm eloquent and clear. I'm able to get my point of view across. I communicate my needs and wants in a way that feels good. It is safe for me to stand in my power, to be heard and understood. I do communicate well. I release the need for everyone to agree with me. I can only communicate from what I feel and believe. I begin to choose to love myself as I sit in my power and assert myself without fear of being judged or rejected. I accept that feeling misunderstood is a familiar energy that needs to be released. I choose to feel it. I choose to let it come to the surface. And I remind myself of who I am. That it's okay to be heard. It's safe to be heard. And that one step each day takes me closer to standing in my power to create the life of my dreams. I'm open to speaking up for myself, even when it takes me out of my comfort zone. When I feel uncomfortable or fearful, I love myself through it anyway and remind myself why I'm doing it. Even if I'm scared I no longer feel unheard or misunderstood. And instead, pour love and grace on myself as I work through my growth to be heard, accepted, and understood for who I truly am. And when you're ready, just take a deep breath, release it all. You can go around and do this round of tapping once again to remind yourself that you can communicate clearly, you can stand in your power, that you do have clarity on your wants and needs. And you can use it over and over again anytime that you feel misunderstood, confused, judged for what you're saying. So you can really just release that energy and start to create that clarity and intention so you can powerfully own your voice and state your wants and needs. So thank you for listening. This has been me, Di Hill, Transformational Coach, and I would love to hear how you did with this tapping, and it's so transformative. So just get into it, allow your voice to have its say, and really feel those incredible, powerful, life-transforming feelings of really releasing all that you're not and stepping into the person you really are. Thanks again for listening.